Oh my god, alright, I'm 17 now. Happy 2020, hope you all had a good new year. Good Christmas. One of them. So, today, I'm gonna just talk about Class 1 Medical, how I found it. I did make a Class 2 video, you guys liked that when I got my Class 2, and now we're going for a Class 1, which we got. So the Class 1 Medical, I found it hard. I struggled, yes, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't struggle with the thing, I was nervous. I was very nervous, and if you're not nervous, you're stupid. Even if you have dead good health, you should be nervous, not gonna lie. So, ta-da. Yeah, so the Class 1 Medical, it was harder than all my GCSEs put together, which I found hard, to be fair. So, it's like don't prepare for the 4-hour day. It's a pricey exam. I done mine with Centreline Aviation down in London. Now, if you live in the UK, you have to basically go down London to get it done. I'm gonna be disappointing for you. So if you live up north, I apologise, to be fair. Like me. Hi, Liverpool. This is what we're dealing with by today. Look. Woo! That's what we're dealing with. Anyway. Are we good? Hi. With the Class 1 Medical, there's many different things that you have to do. For the first thing, I want you to fill out the application form, which is linked in the description. You'll also be emailed this when you book over the phone. Fill out the application, be honest and be truthful, because you do sign a thing at the end that gives them permission to go through your NHS records if anything pops up in the future. You know what I mean? Be honest with it. It may not go in order like this, but this is the way my Class 1 Medical went. The first ever thing was the hearing test. Now this was the one I was pooing myself throughout the whole entire build up to my Class 1 Medical, and I'm glad I got it out the way when I did. But I was actually like pooing myself, like I was scared. So you get put in a booth, I don't know. So you get put in a booth, get pulled headphone, and you just get told, press this button when you hear a beep. You don't know what the beep's going to sound like, you don't know if it's going to go high to low, low to high, or just random. But it does start off very, very quiet, and they try and trick you out to make, so you're not just pressing it for the sake of it. But people were walking outside the booth for me, and I was starting to get panicked. I was just breathing dead heavy. I was going, so I could hear me breathe, and I was going, I'm joking. I was trying to concentrate as hard as I could, but that was the hardest one ever, by far, for this guy. Passed it though, so I'm fine. So, second thing I had done was a blood test, hemoglobin test, drug test, alcohol test, weight, height. So the alcohol test, just make sure you don't have any alcohol about a week in advance before your medical. You are allowed up to 9. I don't know how it works, but you know when the police breathalyze you, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're allowed up to 9 before, you know. But mine went 0 because I'm not really a heavy drinker, to be fair. I'm kind of a good lad. And my drug test came back negative. I don't do drugs. I'm joking, I actually don't. So, the blood test, it's a finger prick one. You don't actually put needles in you. No, it's a finger prick, checking for diabetes. Well, that's a urine test really, checking for diabetes. Sugars in your blood, etc, etc, etc. Weight and height, it's got to be in certain physics. I weigh 9 stone 8. To be honest, fat. I am joking. I'm not fat. I am fat. So then you'll have to take a seat. Oh, bring like Netflix or something, because you're gonna be sitting down, standing up quite a lot. Mine next was the eyesight test, which went on for ages. You got your normal. Read this. Well, you know what I mean. I'm just trying to be funny. A, B, C, D. Just put your head in the machine, and you have to keep your eyes straight there. And every time you see a light blink around you, and it goes on for about 6 minutes, and you're probably like having a seizure or something. It's scary, terrifying. That's it though. Whew. After your eyesight, then you'll have your ECG. ECG is a load of your electrical pulses inside your heart, something like that. I don't know. So you have to put it on your feet and your chest and life and wires and it's cold. And it just checks your heart thing. But however, this like nearly screwed me up. And my heart beats in the opposite direction. It's meant to go down, up, down. Oh, mine goes up, down, up, down. Terrified, but you have to ring cardiologist and everything. I'm fine. I'm not dying. We're good. I'm good to fly a plane. Then you have a lung capacity test. So it's like a and you'll notice it because it'd be like a line on it, and you want it to be like a constant line, and then you have a 1, and it just takes your lung capacity. My lung capacity was 98%. Yay. And then at the end of it, you'll have a physical examination, push on your liver, your kidney. It's normally going to be the same sex doctor, and they do ask you if you want anyone else in the room, just to like, can't accuse them of shite. So like, they'll check your chest, your abdominals, your liver, your kidneys, and just your general, make sure like nothing's like bad. And then at the end, they'll go through the form with you. You'll answer questions and you will explain stuff. And then if all is good, they'll print off your class 1 medical there and then. About £600. But one of the main questions I got is, was it worth getting a class 2 before getting a class 1? Yes, 100% worth getting a class 2 before a class 1. You know what to expect. You always have to back up. With a class 1, you get a class 2 underneath it. It's now my class 2 is valid until like 2024, and my class 1's valid for 1 year. So all in all, it's pretty good. Alright, so you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it gives you a little bit more information about the class 1 medical. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, UKVA. See you in the next video.